Hello people, I am Skydemolisher and welcome back for our third episode of Let's Play Dead by Daylight 2v8. Now the plan to play a game with the friends sort of fell through for this episode. I ended up having like bad weather, and then the next date that we could have got together, it was going to conflict with some people streaming, so yeah, we had to postpone it. So this week you're stuck with just me again, and maybe next week we'll see if I can organise it, because like if you look where my cursor thing is, you can see that there's only a day left, so hopefully it will extend. But yeah, there's no guarantee of it. As with all of these games, there's no guarantee of a win or a great game or anything like that. But yeah, we'll play as Kate this week, and I might change to a guide. We'll play as a guide. I have finished the tome quest for like blinding the killer now, so I don't need to worry about that one. I can't remember what I now have it set as. I think it's I need to like deplete 2 medkits. Yeah. So I've just finished doing all the the dailies. I'm gonna have to just check my sound bar, because like I can see the microphone sound is going. But I did sort of notice a lack of game audio when I did my test before, but I didn't really go and test it properly like I should have. I just assumed that it was going, because it's pretty quiet with background music and all that. Yeah, that horn just caused it to go up, so game audio must be okay then. Yeah. Shit. Odie, I think. Yeah. Given the breath out thing there, so one of the killers has to be the Oni. I assume using the bear skin. One of my prior games, I think, not the game I've just played, but the one before that. Shit. Sorry. There was me and another person working on a generator, and the other person messed up and set the generator off, and another person popped in like just after it happened, and they did like the head shaking thing. It's the only one. And then they popped the generator, and then I think I popped the generator, and then another person. Just drop that just in case they're behind me. I don't think they are, but Yeah. Whoop. Yeah. I really want to see the Mori for this skin. Like in-game, not, you know, not just look at it. I might seek it out after this. Anyway, just to show you what I'm talking about, because it's highly doubtful that I'll be, like, the last survivor. But yeah, it was just sort of a comedy of errors, you know, this person came in and did the head shaking thing, and then they were like the next person to pop the generator, and then they popped it again with some other person, like the first person that I was working with. Crawl away from it anyway. This is a really bad game for me. At least I blinded the killer. But you would have thought they'd see me like placing the trap, so they would have just tried to avoid it, but obviously not. Well, they have a quest thing where they needed to pop a generator, so the sacrifice is worth it. Because I don't think there are any as a killer where you need to be blinded in the game. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good, but I can see that somebody's almost here. Almost. Just let them get the speed on me. But still, I don't know who the second killer is in this. Like, I think from that last cage it kind of looked like there was a spirit in the distance. But whether or not it actually was a spirit is another thing. I did have the unfortunate, yeah, I think it is a spirit because that sounded like spirit's moan. Had one where I was, I was like, this person behind me looks like Ghostface. I had to turn the camera in time to see that. That's unfortunate. Sad. Hopefully somebody can pick up the vial and use that thing. I wasn't the first one out, so, you know. At least, wow. I thought that I only killed like one other person. But no. 3 of us are gone. Unfortunate. Anyway, I won't stick around to watch the end of that because, you know, it could be another 10 minutes of me being alive and sort of, you know, what's the point? So what I will do while it's, you know, on my mind, we'll go to the store. And where are we go to killers. I don't know if this will work or not, but it might. Let's see. Only. Yeah, see, I have because, you know, Iron Maiden fan, I've got the Eddie one. Never used it, but I have. Like, the only one I don't have is Stranger Eddie. I don't know if this will work. Might do. So that's the Mori with Eddie, but I think this one, Murderous Grizzly, has a unique Mori. So we'll have a look at that. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, it does. Okay, so you have some, but that does look kind of cool. So yeah, I don't have that skin on. I don't really have any point in buying it because, you know, I've got my Eddie one. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode, and hopefully next week I can have the you know, like a 2v8 with other people. So I'll have a talk with them, see if we can organise it for either later tonight, because it's a Monday, or tomorrow before it finishes. And even better if it ends up extending, because then that gives me a little bit more time to do it. But at the moment I don't know if there's going to be an extension of 2v8, so we'll find out. If there isn't, then maybe next week won't be 2v8, maybe it will just be a normal game, but I'll see if I can get, you know, others to help me with it. It'd be far easier to find 3 other people than 7 other people to fill out a full survivor list. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.